A bomb threat in the campus library at Bridgewater College caused students, faculty, and staff to evacuate the building. On Friday, March 13th, BC Alerts notified the campus community by sending out an email saying to evacuate the Forrer Learning Commons immediately and avoid the area. Junior student at Bridgewater College, Annabelle Dryden, was inside of the FLC during the situation.
I found out about it through the BC Alert text on my phone, and then one of my friends was in the FLC and he came down the stairs and also told me about it.
The announcement was made at approximately 12:47 p.m., just 3 minutes before class changes. Dryden said she was on the first floor of the FLC and she evacuated pretty quickly.
I'm not really sure how long it took everybody to get out, but most of the people on the first floor were out in probably like 1 to 2 minutes after the text was sent out.
Despite the quick evacuation, Dryden believes that the situation could have been handled better.
I feel like it definitely could have been maybe handled a little bit better. Just by the time I left, there were already groups of people gathered outside the FLC, so they probably should have sent something about evacuate the entire area, maybe different ways to say to get away from the actual building, not just get outside of the building, because I don't think it was good that people were gathered in groups outside.
Tara O'Donnell, the Learning Services librarian in the FLC, was also in the building at the time of the bomb threat.
I was in my office, and then a student worker and one of the campus police officers came to my office because Andrew, our library director, he was off campus at a meeting, so they had to come here, and they were just like, "Hey, can we speak to you?" And then the officer told me that we needed to evacuate everyone.
O'Donnell said all of the computers in the library displayed an alert message on the screens.
And then the screens all turned to the alert, which was something I had never seen before.
The situation was handled as effectively as possible, according to O'Donnell.
I think it's really difficult to coordinate all that communication, especially when you're bringing in outside police officers and things. But yeah, I don't know. It was definitely a scary situation. I think it was handled the best that it could be handled.
O'Donnell said she has not undergone any emergency training for situations like this, but is CPR certified.
I mean, I'm first aid trained, but that's kind of the extent of it. Before this, I was a student who had, gone through all of bomb threats and shooting threats kind of from a different perspective than being an employee. So I think I kind of had a different experience maybe than some of the other people working here.
According to the Cavalier Daily, 5 other colleges in Virginia also experienced a bomb threat on their campus, including UVA, George Mason, Bridgewater College, Randolph-Macon, and Longwood University. Captain and Deputy Chief of Police Brent Weaver was on the scene when the incident was reported.
First steps taken was the immediate evacuation of the FLC.
Weaver said that when he was first aware of the situation, he sent officers to clear the building and also the resources needed to handle the situation.
Initially, when we found out what was going on, I immediately sent officers to clear the building, at the same time calling in for the resources needed to handle the problem.
In response to the student concern that groups were standing outside of the building, Weaver said that they set caution tape around the perimeter of the building.
And then once the building's cleared, there may be people standing directly outside, but then they're moved away as we're putting up tape. So this works in steps. Step 1 is, of course, clear the building and set out the alert and have resources coming.
The second step in Weaver's plan of the process is to clear people away from the building.
And then step 2 would be to make sure that they're moved away from the building and crime scene tape is put up and we wait for bomb dogs.
According to the Daily News Record, the registrar's office received an email threat of a bomb in the library from an email that originated outside of the United States. The threat was resolved by 1:59 p.m., and authorities confirmed no explosive device was found and that the threat was false, allowing the campus to resume normal activities. For BC Voice, I'm Connor Harris.